Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about more conspiracy theories. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Toy Story. I love this movie. I've seen all three. My sister cried at every single one, and I laugh every time I see her cry at it because I never cry. I just, oh, I'm just like, oh, yes, Andy, I love you. And I find it hilarious that she cries because I don't think it's emotional at all. But I've been looking through Toy Story and I see some similarities with something else. I've been watching The Walking Dead. Don't tell my parents, I'm not supposed to be watching it, but I do. And I've seen some things. They're the same thing, one just in a child form. Okay, so here's some similarities that kind of, There are 17. And I only have a few of them here. Okay, there are 17 similarities. Are the similarities. So, number one, the hero of Toy Story and the hero of Walking Dead are both the sheriff. Okay? And then number two, he's the leader of a group of misfits. So, you know, Toy Story, Woody has all of his toy friends and they're like the misfit people. And then The Walking Dead, misfits, the hero is the sheriff, and all that. Okay, 3, he has a kid that he loves more than life itself. Woody has Andy, and the sheriff has his child. I have not watched a bunch of them yet, so I don't know if the kid is the sheriff's actual biological son, but it could be. I don't know. Don't take me on that. I have not seen. I do not know. I've only seen a few episodes when I sneak in when my dad's not home. Okay. Number 4. The kid grows fond of the hero's best friend. So in this case, in Walking Dead's case, the Woody, wow, that sounded so wrong. Woody and his kid, Andy, not his kid because Woody's a toy, but Andy starts to like Buzz Lightyear, a toy. And Woody and Buzz Lightyear are best friends. Same goes for Walking Dead. The kid starts to like his father's best friend. The people in Walking Dead, the two best friends that fight over the kid, and Woody and Buzz, they both come to fight underneath a truck. Okay? How specific do you need to get? Under a truck? How about in a house, in a wrestling ring, at work, under a truck? Really? How do people not notice these things? I notice these things, but I'm also very weird and I have no life. Okay, so they are fighting while they're being overwhelmed by an army. In Walking Dead's case, it's an army of zombies. In Toy Story's case, it's an army of broken, bad, disgusting toys. Okay, so in number 2, the movie or the show, you are introduced to a cowgirl and that's Jessie in Toy Story, and the cowgirl in Walking Dead. I can't remember her name. Okay, and in number 2, you're also introduced to a white-haired man with a walking stick. Same with Toy Story and Walking Dead. You're introduced to a man with white hair. He's very old, and he has a walking stick. Okay. Number 3, they discover an idyllic gated community. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Okay. And then they are welcomed in open arms by a kind leader. Not true. And if you haven't seen Walking Dead, there are a ton of spoilers in this, so leave, please, if you have not seen it. There are spoilers, and I do not want to ruin it if you've already seen some of this, and I've ruined it for you already. Sorry. Forgot to say that little disclaimer at the beginning. Okay. The kind leader that they're introduced to at the idyllic gated community it has a southern accent and enjoys standing in the back of trucks. That's also very specific. Like, extremely specific. As if Walking Dead was made to be like the adult version of Toy Story. And I wouldn't blame them if it was. I mean, Toy Story is huge. All the kids loved it. Adults loved it. My parents loved it. My sister loves it. And it was amazing. I love that movie. Okay, so, and, you know, if they wanted to make an adult version for the adults that don't like it, I mean, I'm sure they made millions. Okay. What seemed like a perfect home turned into a jail, a prison, like, crazy. You were not allowed to leave, you had these certain rules, and everyone hated it. The leader is a psychopath. I mean, I'm sure you can get that. And the leader is a psychopath that's driven by the loss of this little girl. The little girl in Toy Story that he lost was the girl that he used to belong to before he was brought to the idyllic gated community. And in Walking Dead's case, the little girl, I think she was either taken away or she was killed. Either way, it's messed up. And the blonde girl in the show sleeps with the enemy. Okay, in Toy Story's case, it's Barbie, and I don't know the girl in Walking Dead, but they sleep with the enemy. Ken and Barbie. You know, this is all very specific to me. This is very weird. 'Cause why would it be so similar? I mean, if they were doing this to, like, make more money, I wouldn't blame them. Whatever pays the bills. I mean, I don't blame them at all if this is what they chose to do. And, you know, I think it's a little bit smart. Toy Story made millions, and I watched it last week. That's when I noticed these things, okay? I started watching last week, and I loved it. I loved all three. I'm rewatching them all, and they were so good. And Andy's my favorite, just because I love him. Okay, and then Walking Dead, I don't watch it a lot because it's not really my type of show, but I've seen a few episodes with some of my friends who love the show, and they definitely agree with me that this is a little too similar. Like, this cannot be an accident. And I don't blame them if it isn't, you know? It's not plagiarism because there are tons of movies that have done this type of thing. And there are tons of TV shows that have been like this. And I don't blame them for the plagiarism, if you choose to call it that. But I don't think it's plagiarism. You do what you do to pay the bills, and it's not plagiarism. There are very different things. Toy Story, the kids that watch Toy Story are not allowed to watch The Walking Dead. That's very graphic. And The Walking Dead, usually for adults that don't like Toy Story. And so I don't blame them for it. You know, it's working on both. You know, it's working both sides of it all. And so, if that's what pays the bills, you know, I don't judge. Anyways, that was my conspiracy theory for today. Please remember to leave a comment if you agree with me or with other conspiracy theories, and I will see you all next week. I love you all. Bye!